The Gen Z college experience. Let's see if I can relate to this.
College veteran, I could say with 100% certainty that it definitely has its pros and cons. There's a lot of ass things about college, but there's also some things that can be good about it. Like, for example, you could join a club, get involved, whatever, but at the same time, you could have nights where you have 7 assignments due and you have to do the greatest crunch of your life. And since now I'm in my final year of college,
If you go to college, please join clubs. That was one mistake I made. I never joined a club. I ain't joined one damn club. I ain't gonna lie. Every year, I'm like, yo, next year, bro, I'm gonna go to every lecture. I'm gonna go to every club. Okay, I'm gonna get involved in the community. It's gonna be sick. Okay, the year comes around, I skip every class, lounge at home, pop a stream or two, and then low-key don't do any of the stuff I said I was gonna do.
I figured I'd make a video going over some things I wish I knew before going. The journey all begins with the application process. Now, during this time, I was really supposed to sit there and ponder about what school I wanted to go to, and also about what major I wanted to pick. But let's just say I did not do that. I just went to the first school I got into and just said, you know what? This one seems cool. And as for my major...
Yo, that's the same for me, chat. I can't even lie. I went to the school that's closest to me. I live 10 minutes down the street. Why would I not go there? I got my family here. I got my parents that are spawning in groceries every day. I don't even have to go to the grocery store, bro. It just spawns in upstairs, fire as hell. The food gets made on its own, right? I can go take the bus. It's literally 10 minutes to school. It's really close. It's really convenient. Why am I going to pull up to Omaha when I have a really good school right here?
How am I supposed to know what to do for the rest of my life at 18 years old? So I just picked a major and I was completely clueless if I was even gonna like it or not. And also another thing
Holy, that's me. Holy, that's me. Oh my gosh, bro. I picked science because I was good at it, not because I liked it. You know what I mean? So chat, pick a major you're good at, but low-key, make sure it's actually useful. Anything in sales is honestly something cool that you can learn at college and you'll actually take some skills from it. But like other than that, bro, there's some that are literally useless. There's some classes that you hear, like for example, there's a class in my university that's literally called Disney, where you just watch Disney movies.
Should have put thought into is how I was even gonna pay for this shit. In the United States, bro, this shit is an arm and a leg. It's so bad. Even my
in the US, it's so expensive. I don't know why.
Whether you're extremely enthusiastic about college or you just hate it altogether and you're just here for your degree, I think that this is something that we can all agree on. And if you're struggling to find a job after you graduate, that just makes it even harder to pay off. And that's not even the...
It's a scam. Yes, don't go to college, chat. I'm not gonna lie, but you can literally go to the college classes without paying for them. If you want to learn something, just literally sneak into the lecture room. Be like this, bro. You just gotta be like, frick. And sneak in there, and then you sit in the corner and you watch, bro, and you learn for free. They're not gonna kick you out. They don't take attendance.
Craziest part. Some colleges will have the audacity as soon as you walk across that stage. They will email you asking for donations. I didn't even finish paying my tuition yet. You gotta give me time to pay this shit off,
these
dude.
stupid
Then you get
scammers.
accepted, you pay your first semester, and then the day comes. You feel like Mike Wazowski running across that campus. The big leagues have officially called you. You're ready to go. You're at Harvard University. You open the...
Yeah, bro. They give you the base price, and then they start adding stuff on top of your tuition like you didn't just pay 10K. It's like, what the hell's going on? It's like, yo, bro, I just spent an arm and a leg on this damn degree, and we're asking me to pay for like all these extra additional costs. How does that even make sense?
Door to your dorm room, and it looks like this. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. This is what Harvard dorm rooms look like. I deadass thought it was gonna be some shit out of Hogwarts, but apparently this is it. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. This is exactly
yeah, bro. If you live in a dorm,
except
I feel
was
for
in
you.
a 4-person room. Thank God, dude. So you gotta make something out of this dorm room. You rearrange it to make it look like your new home. Even though there's no space at all, you gotta make do with your living situation. And when you first get there, it's welcome week. So you're trying to make...
No, I know for a fact it's the worst experience ever, other than the fact that you're right next to like 85 other students. It's so fire when you're like surrounded by students because there's always something crazy going on in the hallways. You know what I mean?
Just get to know people in your building and just get used to living there. I wasn't really fond of the bathrooms or the food when I was there. The food was just kind of mid. I had a meal plan. I might as well make use of it. And the bathrooms were a community bath. I shared that shit with my entire floor. So when nobody cleaned that shit, you could imagine how disgusting the bathroom
No, the strat for the bathroom is if you don't want anyone else using it, bro, you always just drop a crazy dump in there and then no one uses it for the rest of the day. So basically you go in there at the start of the day, man, you stink it up and you don't flush the toilet. And then it just ruins their day.
Where I opened the shower curtain and I'm just like, I'm not doing this. I walked all the way to a different bathroom just to take a shower. So I dormed as a freshman and I did not with it. So I decided not to live at the school the next year.
In dorms, you don't get your own shower in your room? No, that's actually cooked.
Welcome week is over. It's time. You better prepare to sell your soul to this shit the entire semester. Okay, it's not that bad, but you get the point. Be prepared to work your ass off. I don't know how it is at anybody else's college watching this, but me, I can't skip days. I only have so many skips before I fail the class. And most teachers have an attendance.
Yeah, for me, it's a bit different. I can't lie, I skip. Well, actually, I'm supposed to be in class right now. I can't lie, it's 4 p.m. My class is from 3:30 to 5:30. I accidentally missed it, we'll say. You know, I forgot. Oh, frick. Damn it. Look at my watch, bro. Oh, I slept in. No, I did go last Wednesday to my one class because I always go to that one. I'm scared my teacher's gonna say if I don't go enough, she's gonna fail me, so I always go anyways. But there's other classes where it's like they don't even take attendance, and I'm like, yeah, I can figure it out.
Attendance policy, so I can't really get around it. I mean, it could be an all bark, no bite type of situation where they just want you to show up to class, but I'm not trying to risk it. I'm trying to just pass and be done. And of course, once you get to your classes, you'll realize the type of professors that you gotta deal with. And the worst type by far is...
The worst type by far is the one that doesn't know English. Applied mathematics, year 1. I go into the class. He was Eastern Asian. I go in there. I ask him a question. Unintelligible. Illegible. Unlegible. I have no idea what bro's saying. His accent is thicker than you know who, right? Like, damn.
Is the dude that just reads off the slides. You could have just posted the lecture and I would have done it myself, bro. There's no reason for me to pull up every single day if all they're gonna do is just read the slides. They don't even comment about what they're reading. They don't make jokes, nothing. They got me falling asleep even after a cup of coffee in the morning. But of course, another type of professor I run into
so annoying, bro,
is teachers that just yap to fill up the entire block. If there's something that we absolutely do not need to hear about, why are you saying it? Like, it's fine if you occasionally get sidetracked.
No, in science, this is like the worst thing when they do it because you're like, is that on the test? No, the person will go on a tangent about like one niche topic and then get more and more specific and then be like, actually, this is because of that and that's because of that, but you don't even know it for the test. Yeah, you just spent like 10 minutes describing that. Why are you telling me now? I've been noting down everything you're saying for no reason.
But if you go on a side tangent every 5 minutes, it just gets annoying. It's just filler. We don't need it. You don't have to hold us the entire time, bro. It's okay to let us out early.
Yo,
bro.
Some lectures can literally be 20 minutes. I'm not even joking. But they drag it on. They're like, we're going to make this an hour and a half, 2 hours.
In a while. Everyone's gonna be hyped, bro. No one's gonna complain about it. And the worst part about it is, if it applied to me or if it was somewhat interesting to me, I would actually be paying attention. There were some classes where I feel like I've learned a lot from and they were really interesting, but there are some that are just bullshit filler classes. There's no reason that I should be doing a science lab. Like, I get it. Oh, you gotta be well-rounded and all that, but dude, there's no way I'm ever going to be working in a laboratory. Like, I'm just not built for that shit, dude. But
yo, if you guys ever need help with the titration, this is your guy. Come on, man. If you guys ever need help titrating, this is your guy, man. The teachers that talk, I don't mind. But the teachers that talk, but then upload stuff for you to study after are the ones that piss me off. You know what I mean? It's like they talk, they yap about something that's unrelated, and then they're like, oh, you have to learn all this, by the way. And they didn't even talk about it in the lecture. And it's like, what's going on? Like, you can waste time as long as you're not testing me on this stuff, right?
The next thing that I can say with certainty that pisses me off a lot, textbooks. Why are they so expensive? I just don't get it. There's no reason I should be forking over $500 bucks for all my textbooks. No usually show what textbook we need.
This is the type of stuff where you're like, dude, why isn't this included in my tuition? But the thing is, that's funny, is that half the textbooks in university aren't even needed. Like, they have them, they're like, oh, you can use this to supplement your learning, or like, but bro, most classes, it's just optional, but they don't want to tell you that. So they're like, yo, you got to buy the textbook to learn the material. And the only reason they're saying that is because they made the textbook and they want to make bank off you. That's the only reason they're saying that. In reality, they don't test anything from the textbook, and they're wasting your time and your money.
The class, and at first I try to see if I can get by without it, and if I can't, then I'll see the cheapest possible way I can get it. All that just for these textbooks to collect dust after the semester's over. And honestly, the physical books aren't even really that bad compared to McGraw-Hill. this website. This shit's ass. $200
McGraw, does anyone know what that is? I haven't tapped into McGraw-Hill.
for this. It's just straight up busy work.
McGraw-Hill,
The first
McGraw-Hill?
time I opened up McGraw-Hill, my economics teacher gave me a homework assignment, and it was 140 questions. And in order to advance, I actually had to get them right. There's no way all these concepts or whatever they are gonna be on the test. So
All you want to do is live your life, maybe even like have an ounce of free time, but they're like, yo, here's 7,000 questions you need to finish by next week. Yo, dude, do you think I'm like a full-time student or something? Like, what's going on, man?
I don't understand why they're assigning all these questions. You're just giving out busy work. Just give us what's gonna be on the test so we can practice it. So I feel like because of this, I'm just giving my brain a bunch of pointless information I'm not gonna need. Like, there was so much shit I could have been doing instead of that. I could have been working on a video, hanging out with my friends, hell, even doom scroll instead of this. But by the time you get to
Yo, this whole year, I can't even lie, I've spent 80% of the time doom scrolling, 10% of the time streaming, 5% doing schoolwork, and 5% sleeping. That's probably been my whole year, I'm not gonna lie. School minimizing, doom scroll maxing, right? That's my new split. And 100% being a furry. Okay, nope.
Damn, you think the teacher would sit down and think, do they have enough time to actually do this exam? But some teachers don't. They give you no time to actually do the damn thing. Like, if I'm sweating in front of my computer just spamming buttons, does it look like I have enough time to actually do this thing? In my last semester, there was one class where I had to literally buzzer beater submit my exams and just hope for the best. Or you'll just see them all.
Yo, chat, who remembers when you like get to the last like 7 questions, but then you realize, oh, I have 30 seconds left, and you just start spamming random answers. You're like, A, C, B, D, C, B, D. I can't even lie. I did that once. Back in like mathematics, I got a 48 on the first midterm. My strategy was to first actually try and do the questions. After that didn't work, I just started guessing. The whole reason I did bad on that test is because of ln. If you know about ln, then you know, okay? Calculus is no joke. When they bring in ln, it gets really confusing.
Familiar shit ever that you didn't even go over in class at all. Either I was just not paying attention and just being an idiot, or they never even went over this shit. And the scariest part about it is when the exams are worth so much of your grade that if you do not pass them, you're f***ed. In that same class, I had no time. The exams were 90% of my grade. And
yeah, he's capping. They don't do that. 90? No, that's literally the whole course. That should be literally illegal. 90% of your grade?
let's just say I studied the most I've ever studied in my whole life. But that's only happened a couple times, though. It really depends on the professor you get. This could not be a college video without talking about midterms and finals. Now, midterms is just the warm-up. You know, it's not so bad, but it's still pretty bad. You get hit with a bunch of tests at once, so it's kind of annoying to deal with. But it's somewhat manageable if you start doing your shit early. But, bro, I don't know what it is about that last 2 weeks of the semester. I'm always sitting there with like 7 missing assignments and 1 week left to do all of them. And these aren't like assignments that I could just complete in a moment's notice. No, I need like mad time on these. They think for whatever reason that nobody else is handling.
Yo, I can't lie. If you get to the end of the semester and you have 18 assignments you have to hand in, that's your problem. Isn't there due dates? Like, how do you even get in that situation? There should be max like 1 or 2 assignments you need to finish. Otherwise, man, you're late on everything else. You're not gonna get a good mark. For me, it's like they have specific due dates throughout the semester. And it's like, if you don't finish on that date, you lose a lot of marks.
Out work during these periods, so they're just like, yeah, you know what, let me hand out more work than I normally do. I swear to God, bro, some professors don't even remember that we have 4 other classes to deal with. You got all of these assignments and you got final exams coming up the next week.
Okay, guys, by the way, if you guys need any tips on like exams and stuff, I got you. So basically what happened one time is I had a chemistry exam the next day, right? And I was scrolling on TikTok. I was doom scrolling because I didn't know how to like study properly. But then I got to this one TikTok that said how you change your alarm, and I changed my alarm to a motivational speech. And basically what happened was I accidentally set an alarm to like exactly when the exam was, and during the exam the alarm went off, and I got super embarrassed because it was like this really
I gotta summon my brother, the duck, to hop on the video.
So Birdie had to get me on here to talk about some presentations. Now, the grading is pretty easy on some presentations, depending who you have. But I would be lying if I said this was all sunshine and rainbows. Now, it could be because I tweak up there. The minute I hear my voice echoing throughout the room, and me being the only one speaking.
Yo, I knew I wasn't the only one that gets stressed during these, bro. That's why I'm not excited. Tomorrow I have to present something. In the assignment instructions, it says present to a small group of your peers. That's what it says. Tell me why. She then says, we're going to be presenting in front of the whole class. Wait. It said small group in the assignment. What do you mean? It said small group. This is like a pretty big one, I feel like. You know, I feel like it's a pretty large group.
All eyes on me. That shit just gets me nervous as I don't even try to look at the classroom or nothing like that. Do the little hand gestures.
Yeah, chat, you know what I do, man? Basically what happens is I'll try to make eye contact with everyone. I'll be like on a roll. I'll be like nailing all the points in a presentation. But then I'll lock eyes with a hot girl and then I'll just like freeze up and be like, and then I wasted a minute. And then I wasted 2 minutes. Sometimes it just hypnotizes you, bro. You know what I mean? You locked eyes with the janitor and it was love at first sight.
Read the slide and look at the teacher. That's it. I don't do that unless I'm comfortable with the topic. But most of the time when you're assigned a presentation, it's never things you want to talk about. You gotta be an expert on some bullshit for the next 5 to 10 minutes. And I've had some disastrous presentations on things I don't know what I'm talking about. I fold immediately when I don't know something. And if
Low-key, the strategy if you don't know something is just hit a backflip and then everyone starts cheering.
especially when I get interrupted during a presentation. You can consider me out for the count. There was one time a teacher interrupted me and tried to crack a joke, tried to make a class laugh, clown on me and my group members. But bro, just let me finish the presentation. Is it that difficult? That shit genuinely felt like a humiliation ritual. I mean, it helped a little bit that I knew most of the people in the class, but still. And there were plenty of others where I couldn't answer a certain question or whatever it was. You know how that goes. Parties. Now, at least I could be a lot more positive in this segment. Who doesn't love a party?
Yo, I've been going to so many parties, man. I love living it up. And bro, the parties are the best part. No, those are the best part, man. Everywhere you turn, man, you're just like, hey, what's up, shawty? You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. I haven't been to one party in my entire college career, honestly. I haven't been to one.
So far, some of them I've been good, and others I've literally had a square foot of space. It was really close to a mosh pit in there. And there were even points during the night where I was close to the wall because there was no space at all. And all the times I've been, the aux has been fine.
Yo, like, no, genuinely, the bad thing about parties that I hate is when the music's blasting. Because, bro, how do you talk to anyone when you're getting Trippie Redd blasted in your ears from the speaker that's like a meter away from you? What are you supposed to do? Just like hold your drink and just go, yeah. Like, what do you even do? I'm trying to talk to someone, bro. I thought it was supposed to be like a social gathering. Yeah, you just hit like the... Like, bro, I'm trying to talk.
And now the only reason I was even able to get into that square foot of space was because I rushed the frat. Yeah, I rushed. I rushed the frat. So yeah,
what?
Me and Birdie rushed a frat, and it went horrendous. We didn't get in, but at least we got into a party right before we got rejected. Okay, look, I didn't have to do anything crazy before you sit there and say I was doing humiliation rituals in the basement of a frat house with random condiments all over me. Nah, trust.
Yeah, I can't lie. The people that do that are kind of crazy, man. The hazers, you know what I mean? Like, I only did... in my college career, I did that once.
Been out of there if some bullshit like that happened. Okay, I'm definitely gonna get cooked for saying I rushed a frat. I could have done anything else on campus, but I chose that.
And of course, in some classes, you definitely have to keep in mind that there will be group projects. And now group projects aren't all that bad. You get to work with a group. It makes it a little easier. And the main...
Unless your group is the Chud Squad. Right? It's good if you have people that actually work on stuff, but if your group is the Chud Maxing Freaks, it doesn't work that well.
Problem with group projects is, one, most of the time, they want you to do them outside of class entirely. And two, depending on who you get in your group, you could be putting the whole group on your back. Doing the whole thing by yourself, one of the top 10 worst human experiences I would not wish on my worst enemy. This shit really is Russian roulette, but for your grade. And for the most part, in group projects, I've been pretty good. Everybody contributed equally.
What's up,
We all
Rodri?
got good grades, and that was it. But there were times where I've had people in my groups that were just a bum. Like, how did they even make it this far into college? I don't get it. Like, they might have just got carried.
Yo, those people in your group that are constantly sending you messages like, yo, homie, like, can you help me with my section? Like, every second, any little thing they do, yo, could you check my work? Bro, you've been working on this for 3 minutes. I gotta do my stuff too. You know what I mean?
Fair. And I'm not even kidding, bro. This dude that I was in a group with straight up copied and pasted ChatGPT. Like, he couldn't even rewrite what the AI said. Nope, he just copied and pasted the entire paragraph that it gave him. And because he did that, we all would have failed.
When there's like 18 M dashes, yep, that's AI.
The project if I didn't catch it. And we also would have got suspended. At this point, everybody uses AI to help them with their schoolwork, but at the same time, you can't let AI just do everything for you. Speaking of AI, I could not go the whole video without talking about this. What sucks is somebody could write a whole paper without using AI at all, and they will get falsely accused of using AI. That has got to be the worst feeling as a college student. Because what do you even do? Like, they're basically insulting your writing, for one, and two, they're possibly giving you a 0 on that assignment. So even—
Wait, they're not what do you mean insulting your— Bro, they're not insulting your writing. If they think that your writing's AI and it's not, that just means you're hella smart. It's the opposite, bro, because the AI be writing so perfectly. You should take it as a compliment if they think you wrote with AI and didn't.
Even if I don't use AI at all, I'm still always running my shit through AI checkers to make sure that nothing that I wrote sounds robotic. But yeah, we really are in a weird time, man. Watch this video about AI. Just click on it.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yeah, that hit all the damn points, bro. I didn't realize we're all living the same life.
Okay, we can either play Rocket League or Minecraft, bro. What do we want?